Hi students, this is Mrs. Wilson and I'm here to teach you how to make a creative color wheel. Here is a sample of one that I made earlier, and I'm going to show you how I went ahead and made this creative color wheel. I first started with a piece of 12 by 12 square cut piece of paper. The first thing that I need to do is with my ruler, I'm going to try to find the center of the paper. And the way that I do that is I'm going to line the ruler up from corner to corner, and approximately in the middle I'm going to put a line there. I don't have to draw the line all the way through the paper at this point. I'm going to turn it. I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm just kind of putting my pencil there on the corner to line up the ruler. And I'm going to lay that down, and I'm just going to intersect that line in the middle, that X. Okay, now that I can see where the middle is, right here, I'm going to take this compass, and you can see that there's a little dot right in the center of it. I'm going to put that dot lined up to the dot on this compass, or the circle maker. I'm going to hold it down in the middle, and then over here you can see that there's some dots. Right here it says 6 inches. So if I hold this down right here and I stick my pencil in the 6-inch hole right here, it's going to make a circle that is 12 inches in diameter. So it's 6 inches out from the center, and it'll be 6 inches out from the other way. So I'm going to go ahead and hold that down. I'm holding the middle down solid as I trace around, and this circle should fit on this 12 by 12 piece of paper just perfectly because I cut it 12 by 12. Okay, so there's my circle. That's the first step. The next thing I need to do is I need to take this protractor, and I'm going to line this up. If you haven't used a protractor before, they're what we use them for is to help us make angles. And we can't just fold this in half, because if we do that, it's going to give us not 12 sections, and we want 12 sections. It would give us like 8 sections. So I'm going to line it up right here. You can see 0 through 10. 5 is going to be the center of that. So I want that 5 to be lined up with that center dot as well. So I'm going to do that on this line right here. So I'm going to line that up just like that. Now every 30 degrees along this protractor, I'm going to make a mark. I'm going to make it at 0, 30, and then 30 more is 60, and then I'll make one at 90. I'm going to make one another 30, which is 120. Then I'll make one at 150, and then at 180. When I take that off, you can see that I've got these marks that are going around the paper. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is I put my pencil on that center mark. I'm going to line it up on my marks to the center mark. So you can see here I've got this lined up to that dash and this dash here, and I'm going to draw a line that goes all the way through for my first line. Okay, I'm going to put that back on that dot there. I'm going to line it up to where I put the mark at the 30 degrees. Line that up, hold it tight. I'm going to draw another line here. Okay, do the same thing, hold it in the middle, put it on that line, draw the line all the way through, and continue around to all the sections here. So let me do that really quickly. And now, when I count these, I should have 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay? So there's 12 colors on the color wheel. Each one of these sections is going to be represented by, you can see actually this matches up just about right, doesn't it? Okay, so violet, red, red, orange, and so forth around the color wheel. So if we look back at our example here, you can see that that is indeed the case. So here's my violet at the top. Red, violet, red, orange, yellow, orange, yellow. Orange, yellow, yellow, green, green, blue, violet, violet. Okay? So once we've done that, now I'm going to create a design. Now I can use my template here. I can use the circles on this here. I've got this template here I could do some stuff with. I'm just going to duplicate this sample that I did here so you can kind of get an idea of what it is that I did. Okay, so I'm going to draw some other circles. I believe that I came out about an inch from the edge. So I'm going to line this back on that center circle dot. Okay, I'm going to hold this down. And so I was at 6 last time. If I want to go in an inch like I did on this one, so that's in an inch, I'm going to go to my 5. I'm going to stick my pencil in where it says 5, hold the center down, and I'm going to draw it around. Go back. And then I've got that inner circle that I did there. The next one that I did would be this circle here, and then I did another circle here. So it looks like I came down another 2 inches from that one. So if this one was at, let me line it up back on the circle here, good. Okay, so I did 5, so if it's 2 more inches in, that means that one was at the 3. So I'll hold that down, put my pencil in the 3 mark, and I'll come around. I've got my 3, and then it looks like I came in another inch here. So I'm going to set that down here. I'm going to go to the 2. I'm going to do another circle at the 2. Okay, and there are all my circles. The next thing that I did is I came up an inch. I measured 1 inch from the center. So I kind of put this across, and I tried to look at this visually to dissect the center of this pie slice. And it looks like I have approximately even space from here to here. And then on, I think I went above this circle here, I went up an inch. So I went from here and I looked up 1 inch and I put a dot. And then I did the same thing here and went 1 inch and put a dot. Then I picked up my pencil, I put my pencil on that dot, and I went down to this corner right here to create these triangles. Now this, of course, is the way that I did my design. You do not have to do the same design that I did. Matter of fact, I would like you to do a different design. But I went around to each one that kind of eyeballed it so it was dissected right in the middle of that pie slice. I came up, let me line up my ruler so I know about what an inch is. About right there is an inch. And I do an inch here, right there. And I just went around and did the same thing. And that's how I got all of these triangles around the outside. So let me finish that real quick in fast motion. Now that I have all my triangles drawn there, I took this with the circle, and I took the biggest circle. I believe it was the biggest circle. Let me see. Yep, it was the biggest circle. And I just overlapped each one of the corners. So it would be this inner circle. I did that. So you can see here's the center. So it was that first circle. And I put that biggest circle so when this intersected, that was like in the middle visually. So I looked at that, and I just went around to each one, lined it up so it looked like it was centered, and drew my circles on each one of those areas. Okay, I then took this template here, and I could have done something different. I could have done a hexagon there, or a square, or whatever, but I happened to just stick with the circle theme on this one. You can see here I just went to the outside and did the exact same thing as I did with the smaller circle, but this time I took the bigger circle and I went to each one of these sections and centered it so that X was in the middle and drew that circle there. So I'll do it around the whole outside. Now that I have my design mapped out like I had here, now I want to put labels on for the colors. Now we're working with complementary colors on this, so you can see here that the colors that are opposite on the color wheel is what I'm going to put these two colors together. So like violet, the opposite of violet is yellow. Okay, so you can see how I have that lined up here. Violet, yellow. Then I've got red violet here. See, that's a red violet color. And on the other side, I have a yellow green. Okay, blue violet, The opposite side I have yellow, orange, and you can see that's what I did on my painting here. But before I begin, it's important to map it out where everything is. So that's what I'm going to do first. So if I hold this here, you can see that I'm going to write violet, and then I'm going to write yellow. On the opposite side, I'm going to do yellow and then violet, V-I-O-L-E-T. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do that for each one of these. Now you can see I got violet and then yellow, and then here I got yellow and violet because it's the opposite. So I'm going to do blue violet, yellow orange, and then I'm going to do yellow orange, blue violet on this one and work myself around so everything is labeled. Now that everything is labeled, the fun begins. You get to start painting.